Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday too. Welcome in, Raiders. Good to see you. Good to have you. Oh, sorry for Cthulhu. There it goes. Oh man, this is ugly. Welcome in again, Raiders from Whirlboom 94 and Dragon Lobby. I am so sorry about the technical difficulties. Let me give you guys shout outs. Let me unpin that. No, it's okay, Lavi. You have nothing to apologize for. Sometimes, like I was saying in chat, the heat outside can affect internet and also your power. Like, that was something I was struggling with earlier this week where we were losing power on and off. Fudge. Fudge Knuckles. But welcome in. Good to see you. Good to have you. If you're just joining in with me, hi. My name is Mini Potato. I'm a variety streamer, PG-13 rated. Please mind your P's and Q's because I do stream for my children and also for commission, so I try to keep it a little bit more professional around these parts. Today I'm doing D&D most of the time. I also do art. We have fun here. Ready for D&D? Yes. I wasn't quite ready for D&D. I'm still pulling my stuff up. Give me 1 second, chat, while I do that. I don't have all my notes ready, but I'm almost ready. So, on D&D nights, chat is the party members. You play as a cursed little froggy man named Toadsworth, or you can play as a what I call an Alhassa. Those are an orc / tiefling type race. And what we do is to roll, I just have you guys type !roll to roll a flat d20, and then I do all the modifiers myself. Everyone's input is considered, every dice roll is considered. Like, if we have enough people, if someone rolls a natural 1, but other people roll better, I will consider the better rolls, because chat inclusion. So let me, excuse me while I go quiet so I can scroll down. Right now we're in session 2. Part 4? Part 5? I try to run these things as one-shots, so that way if anyone is uncomfortable with the D&D session, or if D&D stops being fun, the D&D can just end, and it's on a fairly satisfying note. Chat has advantage. That's right. You always have advantage. Ready for D&D, locking and loading and clicking and whirling. Alright, I shouted out Whirlboom. And I shouted out Lavi. Awesome. Making sure everyone gets equal recognition. If you guys need to stop and stretch or peace out, you're more than welcome to, because I know stream can be stressful. And you need to untrimp those backs and all that good stuff. Just take care of yourself, because there's only one you, and without you, I'd be very sad. So we'll go ahead and jump right on in to our recap. Excuse me. Last time on Chronicles of Vestia Forge, our wandering weirdos delved into the darkest depths of the mountain Umdrum, where a misstep triggered the start of their downfall. Literally, plunging them into the heart of a maze. Our dynamic duo faced their biggest challenge yet: doors, and more doors, all while following the mysterious riddle they found as their only guiding hope. Exhausted and more slimy than usual, Toadsworth successfully led the charge following the siren song of an underground waterfall. But to where? Two mermaid statues stood perched at either end of a large pool where the waterfall has been emptying out. While the pair wearily puzzled and started to investigate, Farin walked up and touched the statue. Both the statues and the water began radiating magical energy that caused the water before you and your eyes to glow. Voices as delicate and sweet as the spring rain reach your ears from within their stone visages. When you hear the water drip, careful to not let your feet slip. A haul or two, perhaps even three, then dry your path will be. Their voices fade as you straighten your back out, revealing in a new riddle to unravel. Wearily, Toadsworth rubs at his eyes and closes in on where you stand. Okay, so that's our recap. Let me close that. CSV. There we go. This is where we were last time. Let me let me adjust the focus on that. See how that is. There we go. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much, Vera. Yes, also don't forget to drink water to hydrate, especially during the summer heat. Getting more hydration too. No worries. No hurries or worries. I just wanted to do a general recap. Also gives people time to come in because I haven't finished doing my circulation with my link, so let me go ahead and do that while we wait. I absolutely do not mind, and if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them. Don't hesitate. Or if you want to see character sheets, I do have those ready to go as well. If you want to see a better full body of what the characters look like. Okay. I'm doing my civic duty as a potato. Because sometimes people get mad that I don't post them in certain chats. But where should I? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Paste. Okay, I'm good. Enjoy your lurk, Creepy. I love you too. Good luck with work. Your job is kind of stinkus. Not gonna lie. Okay, let me catch up with chat. So now we have a mermaid puzzle. Yes, also the internet dookie because it started raining. Curse you, internet. You had one job and you failed. But yes, that puzzle is when you hear the water drip, careful to not let your feet slip. A haul or two, perhaps even three, then then dry your path will be. And before you is a great large pool where the waterfall you heard earlier has been emptying out into, except the water from this pool is incredibly still. There's absolutely no movement despite the waterfall. And there's a mist. So you can't really see how deep it is. You can still try to make a perception check or investigation, or you can just go for it. I'm going to go ahead and paste the riddle, and I'll pin it to the top of the chat. Pinning, manually unpinned, or end of stream. I'm so sorry if I yawn a lot. I'm a bit sleepy. Hi, Bubby.
A squirrel is funny.
Is it?
Yeah, more like 0%.
0%.
Of one stream. After once when we get started playing video games, I might want to live stream that.
Oh, you're going to live stream at 3 o'clock, buddy?
When we get started on playing video games and after lunch.
Okay. Okay, we'll see about that. Do you hear water drip? Well, you can hear the waterfall. If you want to specifically listen for just a single sound of dripping water, that's a roll. Do we offer 3 gold to this since it's talking about a hall? That's up to you. Okay, roll. Oh, look at you. Bobby got a 20. Look at that. Where was that during the door puzzle? We back. And Creepy rolled a 1. Yo. If anyone wants to aid Creepy today, just type ~roll, ROLL, to roll the dice. Go. Whirl rolled a 3. Lobby, your bad dice rolls rubbed off on the chat, and hopefully now you'll only have good dice rolls. You. Yes, you. Me? Yes, you, Lobby. Alright, so we do honor natural 20s regardless of what everyone else rolled. So, Lobby, you do... Well, first let me ask this. Are you playing as Toadsworth or Farin? Who are you playing as? Because that changes their modifier. Oops, sorry. Toadsworth, so he can be a frog. Now, I will gently remind you, Lobby, Toadsworth is not a good swimmer. Remember, he wasn't born a frog. Oh, he's a lame butt frog. Hey, listen. He served you very well last session, all things considered. So you're going to do Farin instead? Yeah, you don't want the frog to drown. Okay. So let me flip to his character page. Creepy, if you still want to offer 3 gold as toadsworth, you can. You don't need to roll for that. You can just do it. Yeah, since you're just dropping money in, I'll allow it. But anyways, back to Lavi's roll. Lavi, you listen very carefully and you do not hear any water dripping. The only thing that is audible is the sound of the waterfall and also of Toadsworth moving around as he presumably goes through his bag. So Creepy wants to go ahead and drop 3 gold into the water and see if anything happens. Alright, so even though I'm not making you roll to drop the coins in, you do have to roll for perception to see if you notice any differences. Rolled a 12? That's not bad. That's not bad. Rolled a 16? That's great. Look at you guys. Coming in stronger, better and stronger. Well, you're welcome to roll as well. All rolls are considered here. I also need to make a little note in Toadsworth's inventory that he's spending 3 gold as a great offering to the water statues. Okay, so Toadsworth reaches into his bag, and Farin kind of looks out in awe as Toadsworth produces 3 gold and bites the bottom of his lip because he knows that Toadsworth does not willingly waste gold and has been holding it in his possession this entire time because he doesn't trust Farin. And he drops the 3 gold pieces in one at a time while staring at Farin dead in the eye. Each piece of gold drops into the water with a solid plunk, 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 and nothing happens. The water remains perfectly still, even with the coins making contact with the water. It does not ripple at all. Nope, the water does not move, but the coins still sink to the bottom. You want to put your foot to where the coins fell? All right, so what you're going to do is I want you to make me 2 rolls. First, I want you to make me a perception check. $18, nice. You're on fire! Kill it with fire! Rolled a 12. Not bad. Good job, Creepy. GG's. So now that you've succeeded on that, I need you to roll me, and we're going to be rolling for Constitution. $13. That's not bad. You rolled a 14. That's not bad either. Do you take your boot off first? Or do you leave your boot on? It's up to you. I know this is a semi-weird question because you're going, are they waterproof? Yeah. I mean, considering that a large part of Farin's town depends on their fishing, yeah, your boots are waterproof. It is added weight, though. That's why I'm asking. If you feel like you'll be fine and not drown, you can just leave them on. Maybe take them off. Do you want to take some of like your extra gear off so it stays dry just in case it's like really deep or something happens? You could leave it with Toadsworth. You trust Toadsy? Yeah, I mean, he's kept really good care of your gold so far. And even though he can't swim, yeah, horrible decision, really. So he'd be useless in water. He can swim, he's just not a great swimmer. Do you want to say anything to him as you hand over your gear? Okay, I'm gonna try something. Anything to add, Creepy? As Toadsworth? Don't drown. Okay. So as Farin, Lobby, you begin to take off your heavier gear, maybe some of your armor, and you take off your boots and you go over and hand them over to Toadsworth. You declare to him that you're going to try something, and his brows kind of point together like he's squinting at you. And he kind of mumbles under his breath to not drown or do anything stupid. So once you hand over all of your equipment, you walk over to where Toadsworth had dropped the coins. And as your foot dips into the water, you feel funny in the head, like your thoughts become cloudy, and you realize that you can't even really feel the water on your foot. Toadsworth talks to you. It's booze water. No. Toadsworth talks to you, but you don't hear him, and your eyes glaze over and turn misty. Once more, you hear Contact Drunk. Once more, you hear the siren song of the mermaids speaking within your mind, and they're telling you gently to get in the water and to come to them. You're not really able to resist, even though you do for a minute. You give a nice little shake of your head, but ultimately you give in and you step into the pool. The water comes up to about your knees. Get in the water, make this whole place around. I see you. Yeah, I did that on purpose, though. Yes. Yes.
I'm not done yet.
You can finish. So, the water only comes up to your knees, and Toadsworth kind of watches you for a minute, but as he's watching, the sound of water begins to rush. But even though the surface of the water does not change, below it, as far in, you have a mental feeling that the water is rushing around your legs. Your mind kind of clears a little bit, and you had a small feeling in your gut that this would not be such an easy task to face. But before you can try to get back out as your mind comes back, the ground beneath your feet rumbles. It shifts and sinks, and all at once you recognize the unmistakable sound of the water draining more quickly. The sure and confident surface vanishes, and the familiar weightlessness, fills your stomach before all at once you go crashing down with a great rush of water. So you guys are going to roll another Constitution check for me. Oh, not bad rolls. No! You didn't quite beat the DC. Okay. Sorry. Fortunately, you immediately know what is happening to you, and you hold your breath while you relax your body and you let your weight drop. You pray to the Divine Lords that you'll survive, and you continue to get siphoned through a passage until you can no longer hold on to consciousness. Just before you black out, a hand grasps your wrist, and you feel a warmth to your cold skin as a face presses to yours. You lose your grasp on reality and slip into a black abyss. Okay, scrolling. For a long moment, you have no thoughts. You have no feelings. You wonder if this has been the end of your journey, if this is how it will end. You think back to the promises that you made and the journeys that you had. And you're ready on the inside for the inevitable darkness where you face the Divine Lords. You can't die here. Rip. I should have gotten a rip counter. But no, this is not the end. You awaken to your companion frantically shouting your name, and a rush of water escapes your mouth and nostrils, as well as a pressure on your abdomen brings you from the black abyss. You gasp and gasp for air. A firm hand pats and rubs your back to help you regain your breath. Everything stings and you're hurt. Easy, Toadsworth says to you. We're safe. His voice is a soothing whisper, and you look around through bleary eyes to see that you're in a giant circular room with only one exit. Water drips and lands on your head from the drain you fell out of. So I'm just going to move the map a little bit. Not quite that much. Okay. Let's see how that looks on screen. Let me catch up with chat. What about my son? You should have thought of that before stepping in. World rolled a 5. Off to an excellent start. Rain, welcome in, bestie. Hi, Tater Tots. Rain says hi, Tater Tots.
Hi, Rain.
Hi, Rain. Hi, Tater. I can't say, but I hope you all have a great D&D stream. Aw. Well, thank you for dropping by, Rain. We fell into an oubliette. We got a brand new riddle and immediately tested the waters and fell into an oubliette. What in the Phantom of the Opera trap room is this? So I'm just going to gently move the screen over. And then, yeah, that's them. Oh, this is where you are now. Great, we have to fight Obelisk the Tormentor. No. What do we do? What do we do? It's Gareth. You remind me of the babe. What babe? Babe with the power. What power? Power of voodoo. Voodoo you do. Remind me of the babe.
Okay.
Well, back to that. Breathlessly, Toadsworth chuckles out, let's not do that again, as he coughs and wipes at his mouth with his sleeve before he offers you his arm to help you stand to your feet. Toadsworth, are we dead? You reach out and take his hand. Toadsworth shakes his head and says, if we're stuck together, then you're definitely not dead. His hand is clammy and mucusy. Yeah, this is true. He secretes mucus. So your hands kind of stick together and peel off when you pull your arm back. Wow, thanks, buddy. Toadsworth grumbles and looks away. They are bullying your baby. I mean, you could join Rebel. That's fine. Okay. Rebel's being a responsible young person and doing their chores today. That's why they're not in D&D with us. However, they can still input from the sidelines if they want to. Creepy as Toadsworth. It's not like I can control my bodily secretions.
Thank you.
Bobby says, sod the chores, come here.
What? No.
Bobby, no. Any defense in your as fa lobby. Okay, so you guys want to check the area. You do need to roll perception, and you can do that while bantering. Please banter. I love it. It makes my heart happy. As far on, you wrinkle your nose and shake out your hand in mild disgust. Well, you could wear some gloves or moisturize. Does Toadsworth still have his staff? No, he does not. He left everything behind to dive in and save Fa. Fudge nuggets. Okay, so Lavi rolled a 16 on perception. Creepy rolled an 8. So Toadsworth doesn't see right away, but Farin looks around and notices that there are stairs leading out. Okay, so Creepy, since you are playing as Toadsworth, you have two options. So as Toadsworth, you know you are attuned to fire, and a simple chant will dry you off. Do you want to also dry Farin off? Absolutely not. Not for that comment. The mucus is for keeping moisture in, you grumble. As Toadsworth, you pat yourself down and steam begins to rise off of your clothing, and you're getting all nice and dry. You don't dry out, though, but you are nice and dry, and Fa is left shivering there in the cold. Aw, why not? I mean, that's Creepy's choice for the comment, for being rude. Welcome in, Sealy. Good to see you. Good to have you. What is happening with the toad that I walk in on? Meanie butt, Bobby says. So our two bubbling adventurers stepped into the water, and because they did that without trying to solve the puzzle, they got siphoned down into an oubliette. Toadsworth dove in after Farin and managed to save him, and then they got into a little bit of banter. Farin insulted Toadsworth's mucus, so Toadsworth is not drying him off. Mr. I'm just gonna jump in ruined it. Hi, I'm just lurking. My brain is dead after finishing an IT project, so we're working off like 2 brain cells. That's fine, Sealy. You're welcome to just chill. You can contribute still if you feel like it. If not, that's fine. You're welcome to just vibe. You thought that was the solution. Let's climb. Throw the toad into the water again. Sealy. I mean, that's still a valid strategy, but, you know. As Farin and Toadsworth, you both want to go ahead and climb the stairs and see where you go? Right now, that's the only way out, though. Let's climb. Yeah. I mean, you can all think about throwing Toadsworth if you want to. Just so you know. Just saying. I won't tell you what to do. So, dutifully, you both trudge up the winding staircase, and as you go, you notice it is lined with more banners, as well as glowing rocks sitting inside of braziers where a torch should be, until you both come to a stop at the top of the stairs and realize it is a dead end. On closer inspection, you realize that the thing blocking your path is just another tapestry. Do you want to push it aside or go back down? Can you check the tapestry first for traps? Sure, you just need to roll for it. Okay, wait. Is there an unlit brazier there? Can I use fire to light it and get a better look at what's around? You could take the stone out of a brazier and try to find a way to light it. Let's see. Both Lavi and Whirl roll. Got a 5, a 9, and a 16. Creepy, is that roll to try and light a brazier or to help with the investigation for traps?
Not. I'm guessing.
Not, you're guessing?
I think it's
For a light. Okay, as Toadsworth, you reach up and take a brazier off a wall. You take the stone off, wrap some of your hand bandages around it, and you successfully light a fire. Congratulations, it's a little bit better illuminated. You don't see anything, but you do see that the back of the tapestry is the same color as the one in the hallway. It's a really beautiful, deep blue with silver engravings on it. Now then, Asfarin got a 5 and a 9. No traps here? You see nothing. Nada. It's pretty. Wow, what a pretty tapestry. Even if you're just looking at the back, that weaving is amazing. It's the best weaving you've ever seen. You stare at it. What happened with your light? The staircase is a little bit better lit. Farin just is standing there entranced with the back of the tapestry. It's so well woven. It's the prettiest tapestry in the world. Do you want to go ahead and push through? Can you take the tapestry? Well, you could, but from the way you're standing, you can tell that the top of the tapestry is through the entrance. You'd have to go through the tapestry to get the tapestry down. Alright, as Toadsworth, you push Farin through. Do you want to make an opposed strength check, or are you just gonna get to the getting? You're too entranced? Alright, so Toadsworth gives you a hearty shove from behind and you stumble through the tapestry. As you do, you hear a soft clicking sound beneath your feet, and when you look up, a mossy ball of slime drops on your head, and congratulations, you are now glowing a faint green. It's all stuck in your hair and everything. It's kind of like gum. Aw, man. Your hair. My hair. The fabulous hair. Your precariously coiffed locks. You're now green and gooey. Toadsworth laughs at you as he pushes his way through, but fortunately there does not seem to be any more traps besides the one. Toadsworth, pushing it aside, you realize that the stairway has put you back in the Hall of Tapestries. Once more, you can hear the rushing of the waterfall calling to you to return to where the statues had been. Though you can also go back the way you came to the maze of doors if you desire to abandon your quest. It's not easy being green, Toadsworth sings. Farin shakes off the taunting and says, "Hey, look, Toadsy, we match." Lavi says, "No, I hate doors. We're doing this. So you want to go back the way of the mermaids?" What do you want to do, Creepy? Creepy, Whirl, Sealy? Feel free to weigh in. Rebel says, do you want to go back to the door maze or do you want to go back to the statues?
Let's go back to statues.
Rebel says back to the statues.
Back to the statues.
For context, I kind of...
You made us suffer.
I kind of tormented for an entire session the party as they wandered through the maze of doors. It was just doors, and more doors.
Already fine.
Sealy's lurking as I should be as well. That's up to you, Creepy. If you trust me to run Toadsworth and not do anything nefarious, that's fine.
Guys, the code.
Alright, so we're gonna return to the statues. The sound of your own steps feel heavier than normal as you walk through familiar tunnel after tunnel, drowning out the merry... Hold on. Drowning out the loud waterfall as you once more head back down to where the statues sit. Once more, the chiming of their voices can be heard as you approach them where you have left your gear undisturbed. And they once more say, when you hear the water drip, careful to not let your feet slip. A haul or two, perhaps even 3, then dry your path will be. By this point, the water has risen back up. However, because you triggered the trap the first time, you notice that the mist on the pool has gotten lighter. Can you inspect the statue after grabbing your gear? Yeah, of course. You can absolutely get your gear and inspect the statue. Lavi, if you want to try to see into the pool, you absolutely can. Again, you just need to roll for it. Creepy, you rolled an 18.
I rolled a 5. I don't know.
You don't have... Okay, I guess I'm rolling for Rebel.
Yeah, you have to roll.
Alright. Am I rolling for you as Toadsworth or as Farin? Toadsworth. Got it.
I pick favorites. I'm sorry.
Pick favorites. You got a 2.
I got it. I take back what
Lavi, as Farin, you look into the pool, but your resentment is kind of strong right now. You're feeling really salty that the water took you where you did not want to go and kind of put a trance on you before, so you just stand there with your hands on your hips glaring at it. Creepy, you rolled an 18, so as Toadsworth, you walk up to the statue and begin inspecting it, and it's a really well-made statue. It's beautiful. You now know it probably has magical properties. However, you also know that this is not how mermaids usually look. Put that on screen. You know that mermaids do not have tails. Then what is this? You think that, I'll just say this, because Toadsworth would know what mermaids actually looks like. You think that this was made by someone who is just taking artistic liberties from the old tales of mermaids, because for a very long time, mermaids did not reveal themselves, not even to avians. Do you still have that water elemental thingy? Yes, you do. You have that seashell. Let me just check who has that in their inventory. Hold on, wrong one. Whoever made this is a bad artist, toadsworth comments. Okay, let's see. Who has it? I think Toadsworth has both. He has both the elemental core from the water elemental and the earth elemental. Yes, Toadsworth is carrying both. Can you use them to dispel the water and bring the path up? You can roll for it and see if it does anything.
I got it.
That's a 5.
Roll for me.
That's a 10.
I said we would choose.
Rolling for Rebel, that is another 10. So Toadsworth brings out both artifacts and holds them up. However, nothing happens. They're just nice to look at. You really like looking at these things. Wow. They're so cool.
I still have a bit of beef because the whole door-based thing.
The statues do nothing.
I helped with that. I don't know if you know that or not.
So, for those of you who do not know, my mom actually made the riddle for this part of the campaign, and she's over there kind of chuckling.
I'm enjoying their pain.
She's enjoying. Don't hate my mom. She loves you too, though.
Ouch! Who said that?
Who said?
No banana bread for you.
No banana bread for you, she says. You can try to perceive the water again. Maybe something happened that you missed. You're dieting.
It's completely healthy.
Yeah, it is actually completely healthy. Fine, you'll stare at the water some more. That's another perception check. Ooh, 18. Look at you. Do you want me to roll for you, Rebel?
Yeah.
Alright, rolling for Rebel. That's a 19. Hey!
Why am I doing better at this roll than my own?
Toadsworth begrudgingly puts away the artifacts, I assume? Or do you just want to say that? Squint. Do you want to keep the artifacts out? Just say it? Okay. What do your Alhassa eyes see? Toadsworth says to Farin. As Farin squints, he can actually start to see through the fog. Like, it takes a little bit of time, but the more he stares, the more he sees. And this is what he sees through the fog. He sees a bunch of... Let's see. Let me go back up to my notes. You see that there are different tear-shaped patterns in the ground and a passage that appears to be deeper than the rest of the pool, as well as lines along the passage where the water is most shallow and meant for travel.
So what do we do possible to pass it and drown ourselves?
So, as Farin, now you believe that when you had tried to get into the water before, you fell into one of these vents that are lining the passage. You can see those pretty clearly now.
Do you want to practice it,
I knew it. Do we have a stick or something? That you do. You have Toadsworth's monk staff. You have to convince him to part with it, though.
They're really good.
And sorry for all the little adjusting. I had to pull the map into my CSP program in order for it to be visible on screen. It's a little janky, but it works. Yeah, convince me to go first or he can poke the water.
They are. You've been salty.
Okay, ask Farin, because Toadsworth cannot see through the mist. He hasn't rolled to try to see. As Farin, you say, I can see a path in the water. Give me your stick. I need to see how shallow it is.
No.
Rebel said no.
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 My stick.
Well, as Farin, you know how shallow it is. You stepped into it, and it went up to your knees. You know how shallow that path is.
He did the same thing. He doesn't get his staff. That's how this works.
Your stick is better than bacon. My mom's shaking her head.
No, it's not. Nothing is better than bacon, except more bacon.
Can you put? Yeah, you can put your boots back on. You can pick up your gear. Toadsworth already put his gear on.
Drop a rock. Drop a rock.
Oh, Rebel is suggesting that we drop a rock. Do you guys have a rock?
I don't know. Is there one on the ground or something?
Do you want to investigate for a rock?
Do I have to roll?
Yeah, you do have to roll for that.
Alright, roll for investigation.
Yep, Farin does in fact have a sling. Yep, he has a slingshot and he's got a pouch full of ammo. So his ammo is clay and arrowheads. He also has seeds.
Drop a place.
You want to shoot where it's shallow? Use the seeds? Yeah, you can use the seeds, that's fine. In case the path is glass. Well, it's not glass, you guys stepped on it earlier. You want to see where you won't get slurped. Alright, so as Farin, you can pull out your slingshot and roll for attack.
Another roll.
Yep, that is another roll. However, there's surely no consequence. That's a 10.
You have to roll for
I have to roll for Rebel. That's a 16.
Making up for those twos. Way to go.
Way to go, yeah. Making up for those twos. So that's good enough. So as Farin, you load up a seed arrow, I'm just going to assume, and you take a well-aimed shot at the path ahead. Your aim strikes true, and the arrowhead sticks to the bottom. Nothing else seems to happen.
Okay, it's
Rebel said, okay, it's safe.
Scooby-Doo it.
Just Scooby-Doo it.
Scooby-Doo taught me everything.
Yeah.
But anything if it works on an object, it works on a person.
So go first. Do we have a rope?
Rope break your
Inventory. Let's see. Toadsworth's inventory. He's got 2 potions, a set of commoner clothes, and his artesian tools, which include a knife, a small mallet, a hole puncher, thread, needle, and leather scraps, as well as the 2 symbols from the elementals. And then Farin's inventory.
A hole punch would actually be.
He has his slingshot, his pan flute, a set of traveler's clothes, his leather armor, animal fur, a dagger, and 1 times health potion.
Oh no, we don't have a rope.
You do not have a rope.
Alright, charge it.
You could make a rope if you wanted to. You both have clothes.
She's not wrong. Also make a chain with each other.
We don't have an adventurer's pack. No, you do not. These guys stink.
Well, they have no one to blame for that but themselves.
Exactly. Take off
Hop
the
in the
clothes.
water and take a bath.
Take off the clothes. Back. Make a rope out of the clothes. Take off the clothes.
Yeah, Rebel's saying take off your clothes and make a rope out of your clothes.
Exactly.
I don't want to see it behind you. So.
Doesn't matter.
Are you gonna push Fa in? Really? Really creepy?
Yes. He was just nice or something. It doesn't matter. He was going to be cozy.
Again?
The amount of salt from far.
That's Toadsworth. Okay, creepy rolled a 14. Lobby, if you want to oppose that roll, you can do so now.
You have to roll higher.
That is an 8.
We're pushing it in. Push.
So, as Toadsworth, you get up behind Farin and you shove him in. Farin does put up a little bit of a fight, but ultimately he flops into the drink.
Oh.
Lobby, roll a Constitution saving.
I'm stuck in all the meeting music. It scared me because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know he was there.
That's a 15. So you manage to hold your breath just in time as once more the ground rumbles and you get slurped back down the drink into the oubliette.
Well, like I said,
You are better prepared though this time, and you hold your breath well, and you close your eyes, and you give a tiny shout as you fall from the top vent into the oubliette once more. Toadsworth, do you join?
Nope.
Rebel says no.
This is punishment for being a snarky little sassy.
Toadsworth, no. So Farin is alone, wet in the oubliette. You run back up the stairs. Are you going to go back to the statue, or are you going to try to go without him in another direction?
Yeah.
Toadsworth, what are you doing in this time that Farin is furiously running back up? You're going to try to push him?
Don't push Toads. He's innocent.
This is a brutal group.
You're trying to puzzle the puzzle? Okay, so while Farin is running, I'll repeat the puzzle for everyone, especially those just joining in. When you hear the water drip, careful to not let your feet slip. A hall or 2, perhaps even 3, then dry your path will be.
I guess we're going back to the woods.
As a toad, I can stick to walls and climb. You have increased climbing ability, but you cannot climb up a solid wall.
Not rolling that.
Did you want to try to make a perception check as Toadsworth to see if you can see through the mist? Farin is the only one that successfully looked through it. Yes. Okay, go ahead and roll. I'll roll for... Oh, that's a 20. Never mind. So, as Toadsworth, now you see the entire puzzle for what it is. You can see the tear-shaped divots in the ground surrounding the path, and they're all in different places. So by this time, Farin has returned back up. He is dripping wet. Fortunately, he's no longer covered in algae and slime, so at least his hair is clean now. He's very angry, though, I imagine. So you're back here. And you want to try to push Toadsworth in? You're going to dry him off? Are you sure?
Match.
Rebel's yelling, don't do it. If he dries me off, no. You won't push him if he dries you off?
Don't do it. Don't swim in the water.
Mister is yelling, don't swim in the water anymore.
Don't swim in the water, Mama. Don't swim.
Come here, Alice. That's cracker.
Okay, so let me as Farin reaches the entrance to the cavern where the statues are, Toadsworth is standing there with his arms open, looking a little smug, but he's offering you a hug, Farin.
It's fine.
After being flushed, he clarifies that he can dry you off using a little bit of fire magic. Do you allow the hug? Are you okay with being hugged? Friendship is magic after all. Rebel says that's gross. You glare at him and say, if you push me again, I am having frog legs for dinner. Any response? Fine. Oh my gosh! Creepy! Creepy! As Toadsworth, are you sure? Toadsworth goes in for that hug. And while Toadsworth has him in the hug, he tosses him in again, this time on a clear path. What clear path is that, Creepy?
Ouch!
Are you aiming for one of the teardrops, or are you aiming for the path? Where are you throwing him?
I'm curious. Let me know.
I need to know.
Rip.
Yes. No. The one you perceived. You perceived a lot. So I'm going to put Farin back up here while you think about it. Okay. So I'll go ahead and clarify for you, Creepy, because I know you went in and out. You have been walking along the clear path, and the clear path is where you have been falling. Where the water is more shallow, that is where the vents are.
Thank you.
And that's where the water is only like up to the knees. Everywhere else is deeper. Bye, world. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope you stay cool out there. Remember to stay hydrated, definitely. Okay, so the platform to the left. And I'm just going to take a red marker.
Weird. So
Thank you very much.
So this one here. This first one. Yes? Okay. Flavi, do you want to resist the throw?
No.
Yes. Okay. So that's going to be a strength contest. Exclamation point roll. Creepy rolled a 16. Toadsworth is like... Lavi rolled a 2. Toadsworth is like on fire and full of spites today. He lifts Farin up over his head and chucks him into the water where that first teardrop-shaped platform is. As Farin, you sink down and your butt touches on a lever. And as you do, your breath is held. You're ready to go for another long swim. The water actually begins to lower. And when you stand up, your head pops out. But as you are being thrown, you scream, "I don't like you!" This might be revenge for the pan flute incident. I don't know. I just wave at him. But the water has definitely gone down, receded, and the path is a little bit more visible now. So let me grab my brush again.
I'm doing what's so. I almost landed on Earth. Ah! Why do I keep?
Okay. So slowly the path is coming into better view. So Toadsworth waves to you very cheerfully. Creepy, you suggested making a perception check. Yeah, of course. So you can totally make another perception check as Toadsworth. Maybe jump on another one. That is a 5. That is a 14. So as Farin, I'll go ahead and roll for Rebel to see if that helps assist Rebel. Helps Creepy. That is a 7. As Toadsworth, yeah, you notice the water's gone down. Good job, Toadsworth. As Farin, because you fell on the lever itself, you notice that the lever you fell on, the tear shape is more triangular. It looks more like a diamond. Bye, Creepy. Thank you so much for being here. Don't worry, I'll keep rolling as Toadsworth on behalf of Rebel. Do you see any other triangular shapes? Yes. You do see another triangular shape on the other side, but it's a little bit harder to tell because 2 of the other levers have a triangular shape from where you are. You would need to roll again to be able to tell which one. Okay, that's a 10. Do you want Toadsworth to help you? I sure hope he does. That's a 16. Okay, so I'll just assume that you, as far and go ahead and point out. Man, if only we had someone with good perception. Yeah, that would be nice. However, you haven't found him yet. Like a detective. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? You call out to Toadsworth about the shape that you landed in having a lever. He squints through the water and he manages to see another one. Let me get the map back up. Just gotta get the right color. But pardon me while where did I write it? Okay, I put it on that one. So he manages to see that this lever, that's very big.
I just got it.
Oh, come on. Is the one that is more triangular in shape. Well, what would you like to do? Can you hit it with your slingshot? Sure, you can try. That's just an attack roll. That is a 7. Alright, I'll roll for Rebel to assist you. That is a 13. So you... Yeah, that would hit. So you take a shot, and maybe it's because you're just so weighted down with water you missed the first time. But Toadsworth comes over to the edge, and he grabs you by the top of your head, like he grabs your horn. And when he does so, you feel a wave of warmth wash through you, and your arms and the top half of your head and shoulders dry off. So you fire again, and once more your strike hits true, and there is a resounding click, and as it clicks, the water recedes further, opening the path up fully. So sorry, chat. Thank you for your patience while I negotiate strenuously with my CSP.
I don't want that.
Alright, so now there is enough of the path exposed that you could both safely cross. The water has receded down to your waist as Farin. Man, turns out hypothermia is a bad thing. Yeah, it is a little bit. It makes your arms too cold. Any third triangle? Well, you could both cross if you wanted to right now. Would you feel better if you tried to look for a third triangle and completely empty the water? Yeah, you want to look for a third triangle? You hate water. Alright, well, roll for perception. Only Pepsi for you. Lobby. That's an 11. That's a 19. Toadsworth already has his stuff on. He's already walking towards the path. And he sees that you're still scouting around, and he kind of squints at you before he scoffs and points to the other side of the statue where you both were and says that there was a lever right here. Me. Yeah. He's not going to do anything though. He's got his pack on and cautiously takes a step out. When nothing happens, he proceeds to start walking across. Are you going to wade out of the water and join him? Or do you want to be vengeful towards the switch? No, you don't want to do the puzzle again? Okay, so you and Toadsworth regroup in the center. You wade out. Toadsworth, you'll shove him off a cliff later? No. They are vicious today. So angry, so violent. Okay, let me move on. Okay. Excuse me while I clean the board a little bit. Okay. Un momento, por favor. Just gonna scroll. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Please, CSP. Oh my gosh. I'm bringing watermarks with me. Here we go. So you and Toadsworth both begin making your way down the curved tunnel that slowly begins to narrow out until it opens back up into a square-like passage that leads deeper and deeper into the heart of the mountain. Do you want to take a rest here, or do you wish to continue going? Yeah, that's what I did. I was a give. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of these. Are you missing HP? No, you are not. You did not take any damage. However, let me just quickly remind you, because you do have items that you need to attune yourself to. So you do have the Devourer's Spork. It's a level 5 spork created by a wizard whose name is now lost to time, but their passion for the culinary arts lives on through this item. The spork and butter knife combo can pierce and cut any non-magical food item. When used as a weapon, it counts as a +3 bonus to strength and attack rolls. To attune to this item, you must eat with it for a minimum of half an hour. You must pass 3 consecutive strength, con, or dex rolls to attune. Do you want to attune to the spork now that I'm offering you a chance to rest? Let's have a burger. So you turn to Toadsworth and hold up a hand and suggest that you stop for a bit to indulge in a meal together. So what you're going to do now, and I will go ahead and pull up the item so that way everyone can see. Where is it? There it is. And then you poison his food? What are you going to poison his food with? Lavi, no. Oh, wait, I actually have this. I forgot. You'll buy rat poison later? Lavi. No.
Wow.
No. Don't do that.
I eat anything they cook.
So to attune to your spork, you need to eat with it for a minimum of half an hour. In game, that means you have to pass 3 consecutive strength, con, or dexterity rolls to attune. You can attempt once per in-game meal. And then the flavor text is, can you stomach it? They say its creator was so obsessed with trying all of the world's foods, no matter how strange, that it is believed that secret beings were employed in this item's creation.
This is a bird. I think I would put the last one. I was going to refill myself so that I refill this. Just wait for her. They set the jug outside.
No, just leave it right there. That's why I put a whole bunch of ice in it. No, I just said they were taking the jug out, so I refilled it.
Yeah, 30 minutes, House. I was been away. Guess what I did?
Fine, let's eat. Roll. You got it too. Mommy, I love you. I'll roll for Rebel to aid you. That's a 5. As far you pick up the You pick up the spork and take out the knife while Toadsworth finishes preparing the meal for the both of you. And soon as you try to make contact with the food, the spork begins to burn your hand, giving you 2 points of damage to your health. It's so hot that you drop it and rub at your hand, and Toadsworth just kind of looks at you quizzically but shrugs and eats his own meal. He decides to leave you alone about it. I mean, you did take several dips. Maybe you're shaky, and he's feeling a little compassionate. You grumble, but as soon as you see that the metal has cooled off, you stash the devourer's spork away, and you eat and in silence. Odie, no! Odie, how could you? Skill issue. Welcome in, Odie, my friend. Good to see you. Good to have you. We are still playing D&D. We just got done solving our riddle. They took several dunks and struggled against each other. But they figured out that they had to click on some switches to get the water level to recede enough for them to safely cross through. We stopped to have a nice long rest. Lobby wanted to try to attune to the Devourer's spork, which... Let me reread that. It is a level 5 spork created by a wizard whose name is now lost to time, but their passion for the culinary arts lives on through this item. The spork and butter knife combo can pierce and cut any non-magical food item. When used as a weapon, it counts as +3 bonus to strength and attack rolls. To attune to this item, you must eat with it for a minimum of half an hour. Metagaming, you must pass 3 consecutive strength, con, or dex rolls to attune. You can attempt once per in-game meal. The flavor text says, can you stomach it? They say its creator was so obsessed with trying all the world's foods, no matter how strong, that it's believed that secret means were employed in this item's creation. Odie, do you want to roll to try and help regain Faw's honor with the spork? Both Rebel and Lavi rolled very poorly, but all rolls are considered. If you would like to try, you can. And that is just exclamation point roll. Oh, that's a 14. Good job. So, determined, meal not quite done. Fa pulls the spork back out and once more tries to eat with it. The spork begins to feel warm in his hand, but he's able to take a first victorious bite. You must continue to roll successfully 2 more times. Okay, Lobby, that's a 4. Oh, Rebel got an 18. I'm rolling for Rebel, by the way, because Rebel is trying to tackle their chores, but still wants to participate. And we consider all rolls. So Rebel got an 18. Determination growing. Fa takes a second bite of food. That is 2 out of 3 passed checks. We just need 1 more. That is a 16. Stubborn or determined, Fa takes the last bite of food with the Devourer's spork and manages to complete attunement, even though he is attuned naturally by birth to the element of earth. He begins to feel a surge of fire growing within his belly, and he feels a little bit stronger for it. Congratulations, the Devourer's spork is equipped and added to your inventory. Do you want to replace the dagger with the spork, or do you want to keep the spork on reserve? I have to get my pencil. Hold on, let me get my pencil. No, you want to use this thing? Okay. Give me 1 second to go get a pencil. Also, make sure you get up and stretch. We've been going almost 2 hours. GG's, everyone. Just going to take a hot 5-minute break so I can wash out my mug and grab a pencil. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you so much for waiting. Got my pencil and making a note in inventory right now. Get to the inventory page. Also, how are we doing? You guys are beautiful. Are you taking care of yourselves? Okay, that's toadsworth. Here's mine. So, devours spork. I'm going to say the dagger has been tucked away. Okay, triumphantly you whistle as you clean off your spork, and Toadsworth just kind of looks at you confused, but he doesn't question your odd behavior. You know, he was kind of a butt to you earlier, so he leaves you be. He doesn't question your sanity at this point. Kind of a butt. Listen, who was a butt to him before? This is the consequences of your actions coming for you. Oh no, not me secretly unlocking Lavi's rage. Lavi, what did you do? Listen, it's a long and complicated story. But you can see all of the old fights from past campaigns on my YouTube channel. I actually do have a YouTube now where I am storing my D&D VODs on there. A. Me? Yeah, you. You did nothing. You bully him so much. But we'll go back to, we won't argue over this. We'll go back to what we were doing before. So let me make sure everything is nicely pulled up. So as you and Toadsworth begin packing up your little meal that you had and your supplies again, you hear the faint call of a crow. So we're gonna move you up. Do you want to move towards the sound of the crow, past this passage, past this entrance? Yep, you can hear a faint call of a crow underneath ground, under the mountain, in the mountain. Also, Odie, since you're just joining in with us, you can declare that you'd like to take control of either one of the characters. You can either aid Lavi as Farin, or you can be Toadsworth and make a conversation with him that way. And I'll just fill you in on any questions that you have. Can you try to pinpoint its location? Sure, yeah. You just gotta roll for it. Just gotta roll perception.
Slap me in the ear.
That is a 1. I can hear Lavi screaming. Odie. Gonna roll for Rebel. Oops, wrong one. I was laughing too much. That's a 14, okay. I'm sorry, all I do as DM is laugh. Raz, welcome in. I did too invite you. I posted links everywhere. But welcome in, Raz. How are you doing? How's your day going? Tickmon poke. No! Ugh. I've been impaled. So, a quick recap. We got through the riddle of the day. Took a dunk a few times because we chose to fight with each other. We had a nice hearty meal that we almost took a lot of damage from. Oh, never mind. Lurk. Enjoy your lurk. If anyone wants to participate, you certainly can. We got 2 characters, either Farin or Toadsworth, that can be played. If you want to just be one character, you can. Just let me know. But to make a roll on their behalf, it's !roll. Right now, Lavi is playing as Farin. I am still controlling Toadsworth unless Odie speaks up or somebody else speaks up. You're here to keep me company and support. That's fine. You don't have to participate. You're welcome to just vibe and be comfy cozy. I hear the thunder. Thunderbringer is here. So as Farin, yeah, that sure is a crow calling. Good job, Farin. It's not like you were raised by someone who's an excellent hunter. It's fine. Toadsworth, however, does better on his investigation. And he begins to move deeper in while you're there, covering your ears, trying to hear a little bit better, maybe by cupping your ears. Then he begins moving very cautiously into the wider cavern, and he starts to notice that the cavern is filled with old homes and buildings, and that some of them are really decrepit and out of shape, while others are perfectly preserved. He looks back at you and gestures for you to follow him in while he looks around for the source of the noise, and as you both move in closer. Oop. Test. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello? Chat, can you hear me? Chat, please tell me you're there. Chat. Can you hand me my phone, please? It's over here.
Yeah, who is that? 15 minutes.
Chat, can you hear me? Am I lost and alone in the void of darkness? Chat, can you hear me?